Good morning, everybody. We're back at the trailer, and it was a great couple of days in Gloucester, spending time with the family. The kids did not want to leave. The youngest one, the middle one, Nolan, 5 years old, he said, "No, we want to spend one more day at the beach." And to be fair, I wanted to spend one more day at the beach too, because right by the water, super cool. As soon as we left Gloucester Beach, or Good Harbor Beach, the heat just knocked us out. And we had to drive all the way back home in that. But otherwise, it was a great family vacation. Josh bought us dinner at this really nice restaurant called The Lobster. Best seafood ever. I had the lobsterman platter. I would have preferred it if it wasn't deep fried. I love, everything tastes great deep fried. And I'm sure seafood has like it wasn't panko, but it was like, I don't know. It was good. It was good. And special thanks to my nephew Josh for treating us. We don't get to see him very often, so it was great getting to see him and his fiance. Anyway, so on the way back, we were gridlocked a few times, and we got stuck on a highway way longer than either of us wanted to be. And in the course of events, a family member called Michael to catch up with him. She had learned that I was fired from Walmart, and she wanted to know if I was all right. And we told her that I have a job now, that it's lined up. And when she found out where I was working, she said, "Oh, you're not going to like that place. It's a terrible place to work, blah, 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 blah." And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's a job, okay? And it pays bills." And she's like, "No, I get that, but you should keep trying to find something else." I'm like, "No, right now, I just want to pay bills. And this job is going to give me the ability to pay some bills." I didn't get the job. Look, I did choose the job. I had a couple other prospects, but I chose to take the job. All right. So it's not like it was the last resort. Okay. I chose this against other options I might have had. I chose it because it's work I'm familiar with. It's work I can do. And I chose it because they actually wanted me. They recognized me from Walmart. They already knew what my effort was like. And they already saw me at my best, and they wanted me lock, stock, and barrel. And they're going to have me lock, stock, and barrel. But I hate it whenever you tell this is what I hate the most. This is why I don't have very many friends. When you tell somebody what's going on in your life, why do people have the urge to shit all over it? And I know it's something I have to work on too. Sometimes when somebody tells me something, I have to rein in my opinion. Even if I think I'm right, even if I've had experience that says it's a bad thing, I have to rein myself in, because they're not looking for my approval. The only reason somebody tells me something that's going on in their lives is because they want to share it with me. But making comments like, "Oh, that's a terrible place to work," that's not productive. That's not supportive. That's almost insulting me. It's almost like saying I can't choose a good job. And the truth is, how do they know I'm going to hate it there? It could be the best job ever. Maybe it's exactly what I needed. Maybe that's the job I've been needing all this time. How do they know? And why shouldn't I think that? Why shouldn't I believe this is going to be a great opportunity for me? You have people that go on TikTok and YouTube and they beg for money. They beg for you to pay for their Teslas. They beg for you to pay their bills. They're quite capable of working, but they choose not to because they know that there's some sap out there. I bust my balls. I found the job. I did not turn it down. I took it. And when I get there, I'm going to work my ass off. And I'm going to try like hell not to make the same mistakes I've made at previous jobs. Anyway, sorry for that rant. I just really hate it when people can't be supportive. There's a friend who owns a shop in town. I might have brought this up in a previous vlog. I don't remember. There's a friend of mine who runs a shop. I used to go to that shop a lot because she had a lot of discount stuff, lots of great snacks, lots of great drinks. And I used to go there a lot, and I haven't been there in a while because when I told her we bought the trailer, all this person could do was start being negative. Started treating me like I was dumb. And I don't care. Oh, well, I'm sure she meant well. I don't care if she meant well. Meaning well for who? Herself or me? Because she started saying, oh, well, you got to make sure you pay off that bank loan. I never mentioned a bank loan. I told her that we bought the trailer for $4,000. I never said a bank loan. She's like, oh, you paid with cash? Yes, we paid the owner of the trailer with cash. Okay? We didn't have to get a bank loan. You don't need a bank loan like, we had the money. She's like, well, how did you have the money? Like, we're not poor. We're not poor. We both have jobs. Like, all this person could do was find every possible negative thing to say about the process of getting this trailer. When I told her where the trailer park was, she said, oh, not that place. Oh. Like, how about wow, well, good for you. Congratulations. You got that trailer for what's, like, we bought this trailer for what's basically pocket change in the current housing economy. And the least, like, if I tell you that I've bought a trailer, you must have done something right. You must have made me think you were a good enough friend to share this good news with. And if all you're going to do is shit on it, then clearly you weren't that great of a friend to begin with. And I told so back to the job. I told my family member, well, hey, if you want to pay me equal or more than what this current place is offering me, I'll gladly stop working there. And of course, they don't have a smart answer for that. I'm doing my best to tiptoe on eggshells, not mentioning exactly how I'm related to this person or who this person is. If they find this video and they know that it's about them, please don't blow things out of proportion. You said your piece, now I'm saying mine. I just get so tired of that. I just get so tired of people. This is why I don't have very many friends, because I run into this so often. People shitting all over everything, and it's like, it's hard. It's hard these days. It's one thing to be supportive. It's one thing to know that okay. I don't even know how to explain exactly where I'm going with this right now, but it's like, all right, I had another incident where, I'm going to say it, my brother. While I was still working at Walmart, this was a few years ago, my team lead decided that because I didn't want to spend 2 hours of my shift talking about her son, she didn't want me in that department anymore. And even though I'm not bragging when I say this, I had that entire department zoned by the time I went home, and the manager loved it. But the assistant, like my team lead, my supervisor, was more concerned with the fact that I didn't want to talk to her about her son. And 2 days after I left that department, the whole thing went to shit. So I'm not joking. I'm not bragging. I'm not inflating myself. But, when I told my brother what department I was moving to, he said, oh, and when I told him who my new supervisor was going to be, he's like, oh, that guy's such an asshole. He's going to be so hard to work with. And I'm like, Daryl, whatever. He knows it's him. Like, Daryl, I know he's an asshole, but I still have to make this work. So it'd be nice if you didn't shit all over it, if you didn't give me your negativity. And he said, well, I guess I don't know what to say then. I'm like, yeah, sometimes you just don't say anything. That's called tact. That's called being tactful. Sometimes you don't say things. Sometimes you keep your opinion to yourself. Sometimes supportiveness means not saying anything at all. I don't know. I guess it always goes down to that thing. If you can't say something nice, don't say it all. Look, if it's one thing, here it is. It's one thing if what somebody's going to do could end in their death. All right? If somebody is about to walk headlong into an open manhole cover, and I say, don't do that, and they say, well, you're just being negative. I'm like, yes, I'm being very negative about the possibility of you falling headfirst into sewage and possibly breaking your neck down there. I'm being very negative about that. That's a legitimate reason to maybe intervene or maybe say, hey, that's not such a great idea. I mean, I just honestly don't understand. I don't understand. Some days I just don't care. You should be praising people for having a job to begin with. The fact that I was able to get this job so soon after losing my job at Walmart, that should be the thing you focus on. Not what a shitty job it's going to be or what a shitty job it might be. You have no idea. You have no idea what kind of job it'll be. You have no idea if I'll be happy there or not. And that's another thing it comes down to. I wish people would stop thinking for me. Stop deciding how I should or shouldn't feel. Like, it's nobody's business how I should or shouldn't feel. It's nobody's business. I know the irony. I realize the irony of saying that while I'm while I'm making a vlog telling everybody how I feel. I'm making it everybody's business. But once again, all I'm really doing is keeping you up to date about something going on in my life. It's up to you to listen. You could click off this vlog. You could listen to this. You could listen to this video all the way to the end and hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. You could do all that. But anyway, just had to get that off my chest. It was really frustrating. Had to vent that feeling. So thank you once again for joining me as I got ready for my day. I will keep you up to date on everything that's going on. Have a great day. Be safe. Treat each other with dignity and respect.